Hey you all, I want to talk to you guys today about a book I'm going to review. It's called The Power of Now. It's by Eckhart Tolle. He's a German author. He lives in Canada. He had one other book that was Stillness Speaks before that, and I think he has maybe one or two more. But anyways, what's interesting is, real quick on Eckhart Tolle, is that he was on Oprah Winfrey's show like right after this Power of Now book promotion tour. You know, she got him on the Book of the Month Club and she recommended this book, and it's just an awesome story that he was a relatively obscure author, and he, you know, got on the Oprah show and the Book of the Month Club and her little Book of the Month Club, and he blew up and he became successful. So this book is a successful book, and it's just a heartwarming story because he, you know, finally made it. But anyways, let's talk about this book. It's pretty cool. It's like a modern book on like Eastern philosophy, you know, Buddhism, whatever. But it's more like, in layman's terms, more very simple words he uses, very easy to understand. I've read a lot of books on Eastern philosophy, a lot of books on Zen and whatever. I'm doing too many finger quotes. I might have to edit that out. But anyways, so, you know, this book kind of puts that, if you're interested in like, you know, it's called The Power of Now. That's what we would call in Eastern philosophy being present, you know, being in the moment and not letting all the thoughts and all the anxieties, and it's kind of like a computer running Windows, and you got all these windows open and everything is running in the background, even on your phone, and nothing is jiving. So that's why Eastern philosophy, a lot of martial arts, a lot of, you know, meditation where you just sit and count your breath. What it does is it quiets the noise, and it lets you be present with your thought and your focus and your energy into, you know, the power of now, meaning like, what are we gonna do? What are we trying to do? What are we thinking about that's just nonsense? We need to quiet the mind, you know. That's why sometimes we just sit and count our breaths in like a meditation. I went over that in another video. It's just a simple 5-minute meditation that can reset your day if you're really trying to get important work done, or you want to get into flow state to do creative type work, whether it be art, music, anything, you know, that requires a lot of self-drive and self-motivation. Flow state is important. But anyway, so let me talk about this book. So what we learn basically is to separate our, like I said, our analytical mind from, you know, the ego, any thoughts that cause us suffering, like what mistakes we made in the past, or what's going to happen tomorrow, or, you know, putting all these projections on things that never happened yet or probably will never even happen, you know. That's what they call it in Eastern philosophy, is to quiet the mind of all these, you know. And people with anxiety or PTSD, of course, have this ramped up like to, you know, tenfold. It just, it rules their whole life. So it's important, you know, to, especially if we're trying to do hard work or we're trying to be a balanced person, it's important to quiet your mind and know like what's nonsense and what's not. You know, what are we taking in? What maybe negative content are we taking in? Just like nonsense on the phone, scrolling through constant Facebook or Instagram or even YouTube. You know, a lot of this stuff doesn't matter. So to high performance people, we definitely want to quiet the mind and kill the ego. You know, so those are two of your best friends would be like, to be humble and to be, you know, grateful, you know. We don't want to let ego to pop up and ruin everything. So this book kind of lays the foundation of how you might do that, and to be more present and with people and with yourself, and anything, maybe with nature, just So you're not a walking zombie with mindless scrolling on the phone or worrying about nonsense or listening to news all day or taking in negative stuff. Could be negative people, could be negative environments, work, home life, you know. These are all things, just like your diet, that you are control over. You need to regulate. You know, it's just like all these emails that bombard your inbox. Probably half of them are spam anyways. Don't read them. Just, you know, separate yourself. But anyways, I'm going on a tangent here. So this book has the power to create in you, you know, experiences in you, you know, through quieting your mind and through thought processes, you know, laid out in layman's terms. It's not, like I said, it's not religious, it's not Buddhism, but it's, you know, it does have a hint of Eastern philosophy and meditation and whatnot, but it puts it in very straightforward, simple terms. It gives you a way out of suffering, you know, suffering from that thought reel that's always playing, and to transform, you know, your mind and your thought into more peace, into more balance, and just like, you know, a powerful experience that you create on your own, just through your thoughts, that can really change your life. I mean, that's why I read it, and it's highly recommended from a lot of people I follow and take notice of. So it's basically teaching you, if you transform, you know, the thinking, the thought, which that's how everything gets done, people. Money, relationships, going to work and not getting stressed or not getting excited, or not, you know, staying calm so you don't, you know, you work, you do everything to the best of your ability. You're not reactionary. You're not just working like a zombie, or working so fast you're making mistakes, or stressed out, or just, you know, you transform your thinking, and the result is it brings you more joy. Like right now, there's nothing out there. There's nothing to look forward to that you know, that you have to get this, that, and the other thing, and then you can feel joy, and then you can feel happiness. It's like the power in now. What he's saying in this book is that we need to recognize that we have the power, and we can be happy right now. There's a lot of studies done on different cultures and different people in the Congo and the Amazon, and even in like Fiji. Like, these people are genuinely happy, and a lot of them have nothing. You know, they know the secret. They know what the power of now is. There's no reason to wait. You know, there's no reason to relive the pain of the past, and there's no thing, when I get that done and then I could do this and then I make this money and then I'll be happy. There's none of that. You know, that's what this book is teaching you. So it gives like the traditional Buddhist and Eastern Zen philosophy in an uncomplicated, clear language. Basically, he puts it in simple terms for you. So, because I know a lot of these books like turn people off, but this book it's a great read, and it really puts, if you're interested in any type of Eastern philosophy or meditation, or, you know, being present, or, you know, this book would put it in the most simple terms for you. So anyways, I got written down on the whiteboard. So why do we want to be present? You know, why would we sit down and count breaths in meditation, or waste time sitting here and meditating? Why does this matter? You know, for me, I think what it does is that if you count your breaths, all right, say you got 5 minutes, right? You know, a lot of high performers are into this. Howard Stern. It really helps you perform at a higher level. So say we're sitting here right now, and we want to count 20 strong breaths, or 30 breaths, and we're just concentrating on our breath and sitting here now and being present and bringing our mind into the present. You know, what it does is it really alleviates those reels, like I said, that are always playing, that are always worrying you, that are always, you know, really lying to you. You know, it's like there's a lot of stuff that goes on in your mind that total lies that you tell yourself, or self-doubt, or that you can't do this, or that might be hard, or they might say no, or this or that. It's self-sabotage. So you gain power when you sit and you count your breaths, and you put your mind on an even keel, and you find calm and a reset and natural bringing in all the oxygen, and then after we might sit and meditate for a minute or two. This can totally give you an edge for what you need to accomplish next. Just like exercise, just like physical activity, just like good eating, good clean eating. These are all small benefits and all small tweaks that a lot of high performance people use to, it's not nonsense, people, so it really makes a difference. I like to do the meditation, 5-minute meditation every day, and count the breaths. And I think this book introduces you to the power of now and why all this is important, and why a lot of people are into this. It's non denominational, it's non-religious. It's just, like I said, it puts everything in a real simple perspective. So that's The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. I gave this 5 stars, and if you want to buy the book, please use my link below. Thanks.